Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Bethune Cookman versus Alabama State college basketball matchup on Monday, February 26, 2024. If you like all the free picks we've done at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls, looking for one-on-one concierge style service. To get those products, you got to text the number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website, so if you make big bets like I do, text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got Bethune Cookman taking on Alabama State. It's SWAC college basketball action on a Monday. Just a couple of these Mondays left for these SWAC action games. So, I always enjoy this January and February when we get to see some of these smaller conferences on these kind of off days on the schedule. So at least we get a chance to talk about them, because on those big heavy days, we got to concentrate on the big conferences, because that's generally most of you guys want to hear about. But on these Mondays, it's just action, right? So that's what we're here for. Bethune Cookman 5-5 in their last 10, while Alabama State 4-6 in their last 10. Both those teams identical against the number as they are straight up in those last 10. We look at how these teams have played this season in particular. It was Bethune Cookman getting the road win at Alabama State as a 4.5-point dog, 79-68 in convincing fashion. So it'll be Alabama State out for revenge in this game. They haven't really done much to the good since that game against Bethune Cookman. In fact, they covered and won last time out after that Bethune Cookman game, beating FAMU. But since then, they haven't covered a spread. They do have an outright win. That's against Mississippi Valley State, the team that Ken Palm says is the worst team in the nation. And I tell you, not a lot of people disagreeing with him on that one. But 61-46 was the score in that game. They didn't cover the spread. They were 15.5-point favorites in that thing. But we look, even lost to FAMU in the rematch at FAMU. So it's been some pretty tough sledding for this Alabama State team. Bethune Cookman, I think, is really not a bad team. We've been on them a few times this season. They've been pretty good to us, I would say, for the most part. Winning last time out, Alabama A&M, but did not cover the spread. Meanwhile, the prior game to that, they lost the game, but they covered the spread against Jackson State. Same thing, prior to that, they had lost and didn't cover against Alcorn State as a 3-point dog. So, we've seen them do some good things, beating Texas Southern, as a 1-point favorite, beating and covering against Prairie View. It's the SWAC, so you're going to see a lot of inconsistencies. And, these games are generally available to watch online. I just have news for you that if you haven't really tuned into these SWAC and MEAC games on Monday nights, while watching the games online, and this will be your first time watching it, prepare yourself. You're not going to see them hit all the wide open threes and the net not moving. You're not going to see them convert all their free throws. You're not going to see anything remotely close to like a Villanova-UConn style game, right? I mean, it just isn't. It's just a different type of basketball. The numbers represent that, and I don't think they claim it to be anything different than that. That's why these teams from these conferences are generally in that 15-16 seed range, or even have to play in that first 4 to get into the NCAA tournament. We look at Alabama State, 356th in shooting from the perimeter, 360th from shooting on the floor. Absolutely terrible. Bethune Cookman, really not all that bad on the defensive side. We look at the on the other way around. Alabama State certainly a lot stronger on defense. Team shooting just 40.3% from the floor against them. Bethune Cookman, not a great shooting team, but what they do shoot well are free throws, hitting those almost at a 75% clip. I'm not so sure that Alabama State's going to get the revenge that they're looking for in this one. I think they're a better team on the boards, and this is a conference where teams miss a lot of shots, so rebounding certainly does come into play, but I just think Bethune Cookman is the better option in this game, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.